Perfect. All right, nice. All right, let's continue with the environment. Generating some music to see if I get a nice track. All right, so I added this huge piece here for the entrance. And I've been adding little details. Yeah, let's try to go back and see if I can make it look very nice outside. Okay, I want to add some pipes in here. Maybe this one. I'm gonna push it a little bit lower. Yeah, that will look a little strange, I think, maybe. Some straight pipes. Might work better. Just to get that thing. Hola, hola. Working on a industrial area. It's this kind of thing. just adding a bunch of detail here in the entrance. Yeah, maybe I can make it straight. Sí, mejor piezas rectas se ven mejor, más industrial. Vamos a ver algo así. Then we can go down again. And then one more. Just to add some detail here. You have a 45 angle piece there instead of a 90 degree. This one? Yeah, I think this one. Or this one. Hey, I'm working on a industrial area. Adding detail to this. Yeah, this is not exactly 45. But could look nice. Let's try it. Yeah, it's not a 45 angle. This is a different angle. Yeah, I think I'm gonna keep them straight. Let's see this one. Yeah, it's like a very specific angle. Yeah, I think keeping them straight might be the best. Jesus. Something like this. Might need to get a little lower.
Заєць як дурницей, треба щось поставити зверху. Іди в гараж, пошукай щось. Що, написав?
No saben. Ahí papi tiene una maleta. Хочешь поставить tu maleta?
Що треба поставити, бо він слухає і може розбити школу.
Yeah. Just made a new house for we have two bunnies, and we thought they were both female, but it turns out that one of them is male, so we separated them, at least at night, so they don't sleep together. And the bunny's trying to get out of its house. Okay, doesn't look that bad. I have some very cool pieces that I could use in there. I think this one might work. Somewhere there. Okay. It's kind of cool. Okay. Okay, that looks a little bit more interesting. Yeah, let's use that one again. Need to get this angle. 25. Maybe not. Okay. Yeah, it seems to be 25. Okay, minus 25. Is there a way to get 2 of them? Maybe? Just so we can cover more space. That looks kind of interesting. Nice, nice, nice. Now it doesn't look empty. That starts to look kind of cool. Some drainage. Just a little detail right there. Okay. What else can we add? I already used this one. Don't really want to use it again here. So maybe wires. Doesn't end in a very nice spot, but okay, we're going out that area. I got some cool wires that are hanging. Maybe here. That's not the gravity. That's, yeah, this these cables are not supposed to hang from this kind of angle. I appreciate it. I don't know if you've seen the Forever Winter thing. The Forever Winter game. It's I'm trying to go for that level of detail. I'm just trying to see how much can I add before my computer cannot take it anymore. Yeah, this is my personal project. This is like a small level that I'm trying to build. I made some level design, like a let's say like a block out first, and I'm trying to make it look very detailed. I'm using the RPG template. Just the initial goal of this project was to make like a very fun, very good looking environment, and try to make it run at least at 30 frames per second. And yeah, that's what I'm trying to do. Yeah, those cables, maybe we can push them to the side as well. I appreciate it. How long have I been working on this? It's hard to say. I started making like an open world, and then I messed up with level instances and stuff. And yeah, these enemies are really lagging me up. There's something going on with these enemies. Oof. Yeah. I'm using a template for the locomotion and all the things that like the weapons and everything. It's called the RPG engine, and I'm just building the environment and trying to get cool enemies and stuff. Just trying to make like a small level to see what's going on, and then I want to work on the enemies, try to customize them, try to make them react properly and stuff. This has like a stealth ability as well, but it's a very rough. It's not like your typical stealth ability. I would like it to be a little bit like a Metal Gear Solid, where enemies kind of like have like a stealth detector kind of thing. That would be very cool. But to be honest, I'm not exactly sure what I'm going to do with the project. Just kind of want to make a cool environment. There's also this ability Alt-C. Alt-Tab, I think it is. No, it's okay, we got new things there. If I we have this thing. I totally forgot about this. And the locomotion, there's a little bug that I'm trying to to get the developer to fix. My inspiration, well, I don't know. I really like industrial environments. So, Metal Gear Solid 2 is probably one of my biggest inspirations. I also like Alien Isolation and Dead Space and stuff like that. The Mandalorian. That's what I'm trying to like build this in a desert. Yeah, I had a very cool like environment for it. I do have it in another project. I can always bring it here, but just trying to make something very small. Try to polish it as much as possible and see if it performs. Kind of want to make it interactable, so you can like shoot, like for example, like gas tanks and like lights and turn them off and stuff like that. That's kind of like my goal for now. Yeah, I actually haven't played any other Metal Gear Solid. I only played Metal Gear Solid 2. I haven't played the other ones, which is kind of funny. I need to play them. I actually got into Metal Gear Solid because I was working for this indie studio, and they told me to play the game so I can like study the level design and do some blockout based on that. So I was doing some blockout based on the tanker and stuff, and I do have it. So it would be nice to make some kind of like desert tank based on that blockout. That could be interesting. Just have it like completely destroyed in there, so you need to go on Sons of Liberty. Nice. Yeah, definitely need to check all the Metal Gear Solid games. Also the new ones, the Death Stranding. I think Epic Games gave it away a couple of months ago. I have it in my library. I need to definitely check it out. That'll be very nice. It's kind of cool how these lights cables just end right there in this electric box, and then we have this issue where they end nowhere. So maybe we can add a little box somewhere around there. Which is looking upside down, I think. It's okay. Yeah, I'm very interested in making some interesting AI enemies. It's kind of hard. To get into behavior trees, state trees, and all that AI stuff. But that's very interesting. I kind of wanna have some mechs that you cannot like kill. You need to kind of like run from them. kind of scary thing. And it's also a multiplayer template, and I tested it out with the advanced session plugin. So I actually put it as a private demo. I appreciate it. Yeah, it's kind of funny, like doing this on YouTube. Like it's kind of cool. Like I've met a lot of people doing YouTube, and it's been very very nice. Yeah, yeah. I'm gonna push this environment, trying to keep it small as possible, and then I will have no more excuses to just jump into the hard task of actually, uh, you know, making the interactable part of things and working on the enemies and thinking about the ammo, how much ammo I'm going to have, how much damage I'm going to do, all the cool stuff that actually makes a game. Yeah, I'm thinking I would really like to make this like an abandoned area, break some concrete, and that will look very very nice. And once you come in, like, you activate these enemies, kind of like not zombies, but some kind of like cyborg machine that is kind of like sleeping. Yeah, really inspired in the Forever Winter game. Also, I have these very cool creatures that I kind of want to use somehow. You see, I have this rubble here, but where this rubble comes from, it doesn't really make sense until we actually get something broken. We have two of the same. We need to change the scale and rotate. Yeah, set dressing, it's so nice. I really enjoy this process. The music I'm playing, I'm kind of ashamed to say it, but it's a Suno AI music. This came from this prompt. You need to just you can create a free account, and then you add this prompt, and you need to tell it to be instrumental. And I got some very good tracks, like this song I got here. Let's see if it's on this. I got one song that I was absolutely impressed with. I was like, this is the menu song for the game. This is it. And I don't want to just use it like that. I would like to give this song to like a friend who makes music, electronic music, so he can like master it and like make something, add some human soul to it. but it kind of goes hand in hand. Like I'm making some like dystopian, sci-fi thing, so it kind of makes sense to have some AI stuff in here, which is kind of like controversial to be honest, but it's what it is. Let me see if I can find it. Yeah, this song, oof, it's I was so impressed, and I tried to get more of that style, and it was too hard. It was a lucky strike. Yeah, I have two computers here, so I'm not able to show what I'm doing right now, but I'm going through the library of songs that I generated. Come on. Don't tell me that they delete the older music. Okay, oof, okay, there's a page 3, page 4. Okay, cool. And I also did some like doom style music, like very kind of like metal, heavy music, more energetic. I'm gonna play some of that soon, but now it's a little bit more chill. Okay, come on, where is it? Ow. Okay, well, I'm just gonna play it from a file that I got here, because I saved this one. This one was too good. Oh my god, I think I lost it somewhere. Demon's Fury, I think that's the one. Let me check. I was super impressed with this one. I'm 31. This is perfect for the menu. Perfect. It's super hypnotic, like I like this beat a lot. Yeah, the sound, I really want to work on some cool sound design for the mechs and like the enemies. That's gonna be very fun. I appreciate it. Yeah, oof, it's hard not to give up. I was having I was really asking myself, like, today, like, what is it that makes me want to make a game, like, because I know, like, that it's kind of awful to say, but I know that even if I try to make something commercial, I know that it's not going to sell, you know. So it's like a passion project at the end of the day, and it's like what is it that I wanna, what's why is it that I want to make a game? Is it because like I want to impress my friends, or just share something and play with, like it's like an ego kind of thing. Like it comes with attached to that. I have a full-time job in a um, publicity agency, so I do 3D renders for vehicles using Unreal Engine in my 9 to 5, which is a super super awesome job to have. Like, to be honest, super privileged job to have, because I'm working in Unreal, I'm doing something creative. But it's a contract based job, so they're hiring me for 3-4 months, then I'm unemployed, then they hire me again. So I'm a freelancer, to be honest. But this freelance, it's a 9 to 5, let's say. I need to work, I need to be available from 9 to 5, so I can talk to the other team members and stuff. Okay, let's play some rock, not rock, but some metal music. This is a playlist I made from my favorite kind of music. Whoa, this camera is a little bit too close. I'm waiting for my new camera to come, so I can have like a green screen and have a better positioning. And I'm not sure if I'm gonna get my contract updated, so I might go full time into this project. And the idea is to finish this thing that I'm working here, try to make it as fun as possible, and release a demo in Steam so people can just really critique and try to give me as much feedback as possible, and try to work on that feedback and try to make something fun. Like, if I can make somebody play this for at least half an hour or 1 hour, I think that's gonna be a big success. Because there's so many games right now, like, wow, it's kind of crazy. Yeah, I want this guy to have more health, and I want this to jump at me when, because this gun I have right now is too powerful. I love this entrance, like, it's so industrial, like so many cables and pipes. My parents are from Ukraine, but I was born here in Costa Rica. So from Central America. Very, very chill place. Okay, let's add some of this. Yeah, it's what sells, right? Like, if nowadays games are getting so expensive, like, and companies, they don't wanna take the risk. So, for example, the new Mario Kart, like, I think it looks amazing, and I think it has some novelty and stuff, but it's like, it's the same thing over and over, and it sells, so why not do it, right? I appreciate it, Arthur. For example, I play this Pokemon Pocket, the card game, and there's people in YouTube who spend like thousands of dollars, like, I mean, like thousands, on this game that is actually a free to play game, and you can get all the cards for free, but if you want the full arts and the, like, more, let's say, how do you call it, more exotic cards, you need to pay for gold and open more booster packs. So it's crazy how much money they're making. Like, and I do want to recognize that they did some changes, because before Pokemon, the TCG card game, you needed to defeat 6 Pokemons to win. Now they changed that to 3 Pokemons to win, so they made the game super fast to play, which is super entertaining. Like I do enjoy it. Yeah, and it's super fun when you beat somebody who has like the super crazy full art cards, because you know they spend money on it, and it's like, yeah. But it's 50% luck, 50% kind of like using the right deck and just doing what you need to do. A new baseball game, NBA 2K sucks. Yeah, the sport games, those games make the most amount. Not only because they can actually they get paid for advertisement to be on the game, because it kind of like looks legit, right? You go to a stadium, you are supposed to look at advertisement, right? But it's the same system over and over. They do tweak it and they do make it better, I guess, but it's the same thing over and over and over and over, and they just make money from it. That's a crazy gold mine. But it has a problem. You don't want to buy like an old NBA game or any of these sports game. You always want to play the latest version, right? So that's another thing that they need to do. Dale, ya, come on. Yeah. So that's kind of interesting. Yeah, I was thinking like it would be very cool to make like a. Oh, I think I messed up this. I was thinking it would be very cool to make some kind of like horror game. And just keep adding like levels to it. The only problem is that my cousin son, he's like 13 and stuff. Oh, he's not that young, so, but his mom doesn't let him play like scary games or like, you know, violent games, unfortunately. And I'm trying to make something to play with him and my older cousin. My older cousin is like 40 something, so it doesn't really matter. But I know he doesn't like scary games, so it's like, damn. Yeah, I do have some Pokemon cards. Actually, it's right there. I stopped buying physical cards because I mean, I rather spend my money on 3D assets supporting other artists and stuff like that, templates and stuff. Yeah, I mean, I'm not sure how hard it will be to make a baseball game. But again, I'm not really into basketball, and just making something with the intention of selling it, it takes kind of like the fun away from it. Which it really depends on what you're trying to do, right? If you're trying to really make a commercial project, well, that's one thing. The problem with sport games is that I mean, you need to pay the, like, I mean, you cannot add like real players in them you will need to like pay them royalties and stuff. I don't know how it works, but definitely there's some legal paperwork going on. Definitely they get some money for being featured in these games. But yeah. It's kind of funny, I haven't seen any basketball templates out there. Yeah, now with the new meta humans and stuff, wow, that's super cool stuff. Actually, this template I'm using, it also has meta human. It's compatible with meta humans, so I'm like, should I get into meta humans? Because it's super cool what you can do with meta humans. Let's flip on why. Kinda wanna learn how to do some cool meta humans and clothing for them and stuff. It will be very cool to have some kind of like stellar blade character dressed in like some kind of like Gantz clothing, like some sci-fi full body suit. I mean, I do like Bellica, but I do want to customize it, so it will be nice to make it a meta human. Okay, here we have a space for a little, some kind of box in there. Yeah, actually I haven't seen sport game templates. That's kind of interesting. There must be. Where is it? Kind of want to check. Basic basketball mocap pack. Practice, play, restart, score. Not really like a character moving around and stuff. Yeah, I just realized that. That's kind of funny. That we don't have any templates for that. Something like this. It's funny, it starts to look repetitive. Yeah, this now it starts to look very cool. I do want to break that texture a little bit on the ceiling, um, what about a sci-fi racer game? Probably. Sounds kind of interesting. Um, I'm looking for the decals material instance, and I want to get a metal piece, which I think is this one. Okay, I need to get this angle. Right here, which is I think negative or positive maybe, plus 90. Okay, there you go. Nice. I think this it's supposed to be totally squared. The problem with these decals is that you need to adjust them a little bit so to match the actual proportion of the thing. Here I want to make them 0.01 so they don't project this decal on anything else. Nice. That just breaks a little bit the detail so it's not super repetitive. And we can add some cool lights also here. Now that we are going a little bit into detail. Where is it? Adobe 3D Assets, Static Mesh, and we're gonna look for light. Oh yeah, we got some very cool stuff here. I wanted to use these assets a long time ago. And I like this one. Oh, there's a new bug in the Unreal Engine 5.6. With the content browser, it kind of like tweaks a little bit. Maybe I need to have it docked. Yeah, when you kind of like push it out. Only when you don't have the dock. Oh, I might report this bug. It's a minor thing, it doesn't really matter. Okay, so reinforced light. Okay, we got some of this. We got this long one, which we're using already. Those are kind of flat and cool. This is. Let me see what might look good here. Yeah, I think I'm going with this one. Okay, the size is not right? Too small. That's about right. Let me get the center from this location. Right there. Let's push it a little bit. Snap to 1. Sweet. Cool. That's the center. The texture is not in the center, but it's okay because I'm getting some cool details here. Yeah, that door gave me some issues yesterday. So let's push this one 800 to the right, 800 to the left. Nice. It's kind of cool. Now I want some wires that connect this. Actually, well, they go wired from the inside, so no need for wires. Yeah, I think it's cool. It might be nice to just add wires, just for the aesthetics. And okay, let's see. Material. I want to add no mask. This one. These have like 1,000 material IDs. It's okay. We have one for the cover, frame 2, base, bolts, light, and cover. What? Ah, okay, that's not part of the light. Oh, okay. I think I'm gonna use this rusty one, I guess. Yeah, these assets are actually made for Substance Painter, so you can actually go and texture them very nicely. They have very good UVs and topology. It's kind of like to showcase the capabilities of Substance Painter. Super awesome assets, and actually very well optimized when it comes to topology. I'm looking for the material. Oops, that's too much. Too many materials here. Emissive. Need to probably organize that into another folder. Let's give it some light. And it doesn't feel right, so let's make a copy of this. Let's make it red. Like dark red. Oh, base color, okay. They also changed the color thing here, the picker and stuff, with the new version, which is kind of nice. I do like most of the changes. So we want to add this red one, so we're gonna name it red, which I should probably have a master and instances of this instead of 2 materials. And that red looks pretty bad. Okay, that's a little better. Doesn't feel right. It needs some Fresnel or some kind of texture gradient. Okay. Okay, I think they need a spotlight. Yeah, let's make a blueprint from this. Hey, speaker, how's it going? Yeah, I'm jumping from level design to level art, set dressing, and everything. I think. Oh yeah, it's called level design. The stream. Yeah, I'm doing different stuff. I got some block out, so I was working on these rooms. Which it does have to do more with level design. But I'm... Oop, what happened here? Now I'm doing some environment art or set dressing, not sure. Yep, snap right there. Oop. I appreciate it. Oh, that's... Yeah, there's something wrong with this patrolling enemies. Yeah, I need to... need to ask the developer of the RPG template to look into that. I should have left. I should have leave a space right there so I can mantle over it. Yeah, this gun is just too strong. Oof, yeah. Very heavy frame drops when I get these enemies together. Might be the weapons that I added. that that stick is too big. I appreciate it. Yeah, yeah, I totally understand. Yeah, level design, it's a very specific thing. Right now I'm doing set dressing, let's say. Also, the shield works very nice when I'm hitting with a melee weapon, but if with this gun, like, they have no chance. I would like the enemy to kind of like don't take like any damage from the bullets, and maybe like jump or charge at you. Yeah, that will be very nice. I'm actually gonna change that in the description. I'm just gonna call it industrial area. Like that, yeah. Okay, so we got that. I forgot about this thing. I'm just gonna lower these 50 units. Oops. Maybe 100. Maybe 1000, so it's a little there. Okay, let's see. I'm gonna push this somewhere here. Let's get that color. Okay. I lost the color. Okay, intensity. Cone, other cone. nice gradient right there with the inner cone like that. I think that's cool. Okay, now let's select 1 and 2 and blueprint, convert to blueprint class, harvest components, BP Rainforest Light 03. Let's just call it Rainforest Light. Yeah. Now, gonna look for that light right here, and I'm going to select these two, right click, replace with selected. Oh, I think it bakes the thing. Oh, okay. Then I need to kind of like flip it. Well, in that case, yeah, I'm just going to get that one. Duplicate it 100 to the right. There you go. Now we can make this a little bit softer. Nice. And let's copy that value. Here. Nice. Control H to hide. And this one, let's push it a little bit more here. And I'm just gonna make it very soft. That one. Also very soft, just enough so I can see a little bit. Yeah, we definitely need some texture here. It just looks very, very boring. Do we need that one? I'm not sure. No, we don't need that one. And this one also, let's adjust and make it a little softer. Gives me like this purplish tone in the floor. Okay, I want something here in the wall. What can we add there? I'm not sure what can we add. this one. Might be a little bit too big. Actually, let's just use this piece. Okay, that fills in the gap right there. For this piece right here, maybe we can add some metal. Oh, some leakage. That could be nice. Kind of hard to see. Oh, okay. Oops, that was... Okay, now I see. Let's say it comes from kind of like these pipes. But we do wanna make it touch the floor. So let's say it comes from... let's just make it bigger. Can barely tell we got something there. Okay, that's a little better. Can we see where it ends? No, I think it's part of the concrete. Okay. There's this super awesome one that works very well for the edges. And I want to get the right rotation, which is -71 plus 45. I think that's the other way around. Okay. Now a scale 0.01. Barely visible. Yeah, I think I'm gonna make some custom decals. And the color looks a little bit too dark. But I think I want to change it only for this one. And this leakage, I am starting to think it's too much. Yeah, let's just keep it one. Nice, that adds a little bit of detail. I feel like they don't blend in too well. Yeah. Nope. Don't want to make him too big. I really like the change in specularity, in roughness, like gets way gets more shiny. Very cool. Okay, I think that looks very nice. I'm not sure about this thing here. It kind of feels out of place. This rubble, it won't really look nice until we get some actual destruction on the walls and some stuff like that. That will make sense. Let's see. I'm trying not to make it look too repetitive. Okay. Okay, cool. Wow, these are too shiny. Wow, these are crazy shiny. That's better. Still shiny. I mean, I'm not sure if this is supposed to be shiny. I don't think so. Do they actually match? Not sure if they match. Okay, here we have an issue. Where these pipes go up. Oops, but this one goes down. Huh. So I guess I need to make this one smaller. Damn, and they look very terrible from this angle. Yeah, they do need some kind of like metal. No, I think I'm overcomplicating this too much. One solution could be pushing them up. Right there, where the angle changes. Now, where the rust comes from, that's the thing. Yeah, I should be probably snapping them. So I need a piece of metal here so the rust can go down from this area. But I just don't want to add like a just simple piece. It'd be nice to add like something that makes more sense. Let's see. Oh, they do have stairs. Okay, I need to probably modify this one. So the stairs don't. No. Okay, we got. Oh, what is this? Okay, simple pipe. This might work. Okay. What is this? Okay. Maybe one of those. Still doesn't make much sense. I'm not getting the angle right. sure. Do I have connections for these pipes? These are not super modular. That could look interesting. So, do they share the same scale? I think so. Okay, let's make it. Something like that. Location. Okay, they don't share the pivot point. It's okay. And no, I don't think they share the scale. Let's see. Oh, I think so. Yeah. That feels close enough. Nice. And I think, yeah, I don't want to make it smaller. No, I think this is another type. Let me see if I can figure out this angle. Might be this one. Not on that axis. Maybe here. Nope. Plus 45. It's doing it on the wrong orientation. It's doing it on world position. Okay. Mm. Um. Yeah, you know what? I'm just gonna make a copy of this. Change the pivot point to be left or right. And then I'm going to just get that box right there. Now I'm gonna copy all properties, paste all properties, go 45, copy scale, and then just align it a little better. To align it properly, I think I can just follow this right there. Okay, cool. Now we got it. Still feels off. It is off. It's not the same thickness. Okay, yeah. These assets are not super modular. These are meant for kind of like cinematics, where this is kind of like a background asset, so it's not gonna fit perfectly. Oh, Jesus. And is the pivot not? Okay. Just realizing that the pivot point is not centered for this one. Transform on Y. These two towers here look very ridiculous. Yeah, actually, I don't think I'm just gonna hide them for now. Definitely need some kind of connection here in the floor. I'm thinking about the outside area a little bit. Not sure exactly. Not sure exactly how it's going to be outside, but it definitely needs to or it could be yeah, I think no, this doesn't make sense. Needs to have some natural barriers, like some kind of like mountains and some kind of like entrance, but we're gonna have like a lot of big big stuff outside in the industrial area, so I shouldn't be worrying about this right now. Yeah, like a lot of stuff like this around this stuff, so yeah, it doesn't make sense to enclose it like this. I have my other project where I added a lot of stuff outside, so I do have some prefabs for adding detail to the outside, but yeah, it's okay. Let's just continue with the actual inside of this. getting distracted with so much detail. Yeah, this AI is behaving very weird. Yeah, I think I'm gonna add the big pieces because I can spend like so much time just adding like decals and like little things, which definitely makes it look way more finished. Some cool pipes in this corner might look nice. Yeah, these melee enemies, they don't really do much. I need them to charge. They throw their weapon with collisions. Okay, maybe there's that might look interesting here. Definitely needs to be smaller by half, maybe more. Oh. That kind of works. Let's flip this one on Y. Nice. Nice filler right there. The bottom doesn't make too much sense. Hola, hola. Be very nice to add like a ring right there. I think, yeah, let's just make a quick one. Okay, that's kind of nice. Yeah. I have no way to find the center of this thing. Yeah. We could probably just make a copy and try to find the center, but it's okay. I'm just gonna eyeball it. Actually, I want this to be straight. Like this. Yeah, there's no selection for that yet, so I think that works. Just want to give it a small bevel, not too much. Let's go a little bit lower. Nice. Let's get the material. The material I need is this one. Right here. Let's see if we can change a little bit. The color doesn't really match that much. Yeah, I think, yeah, let's try that one. The problem with this one is that it has a mask, so it's gonna give me a bunch of baked information that I don't need. Maybe let's make a copy and let's call it no mask. And here I just need to remove all the masked information. I think we end up with the same material that we had before. Probably. Yeah. There's another one that I can try. The UV map, I think it's not that bad. It's okay. Yeah, let's just leave it. Little bit too dark. Just going to try something very quick. What if we take a little bit of that? Some of that off. I think it matches a little better. Okay, that's kind of cool. Okay, maybe 500. Okay. Yep, I kind of like that better. Taking advantage of that texture. Nice. Yep, kind of feels. Now let's integrate that a little better. With some of this stuff. Just gonna get that angle. let's see, maybe. This is the thing with the flat open mega scans. Yeah, and it's not gonna look right until I get the right angle, cause okay, now the color doesn't match. Let's say that's a little better. That's not sure about this one. The problem here is that the colors are very different. Yeah, matching those two. Gonna be tough. Yeah, yeah, it's okay. might be better just to replace this. That's a little better. Okay, yeah, let's get a bunch of those. Just need to get the right angle. Oops. Oops. And paste that here. Hey, how's it going? Oops. And now I can just add those around. I think, yeah, that's kind of like the scale. That one can be bigger, but this one's smaller. Nice. Let's say that's the angle. Okay. Let's see if I can. I think that's the right size. Let's see. Yeah, I'm just dressing up this area a little bit. Yeah, let's get another one of those. Somewhere here. Oops. Maybe here we can add another kind of prop. Trying to start with the biggest things. Or maybe we could use this one. No, I don't think so. Yeah, I think that one could work. I can try making it the same size. So I can mantle on it. Something like that. Doesn't look like the best thing to use for cover. Let's add a box collision. Around there. Okay. And I think with that we might be able to mantle on it. Ah, I think it's too high. Oops. It's okay. Yeah. Provides enough cover. Here we can add an electric box, something like this. Mm-hmm. 2 hours 30, all right. I got some very cool cables for the floor. Yeah, these rooms are very, very empty. Yeah, let's get a couple more boxes. Trying to get like the biggest things in place first. I think that one might work. Kinda blocks. Kinda blocks the way. A little bit separated from the wall. All right. Yeah, let's get another one of those big ones. Or no, let's get one of those. This is the angle. No, that's the angle. Something like this. The thing here is that I'm not using this cat box for this area. That's a problem, because these are not very nice. I have a better ones. So I think I might change the connection here. Make this concrete. Change the connection there. Those are going to be catwalks. Here I can have some pipes, cables, yeah, basically. So it doesn't feel super empty. Yeah, the cables on the floor also very important. These decals, that's what I need to add a lot. on the edges. Oh, that's gonna take some time. I need to find what's the snapping value for them, and yeah, here all the edges, some rubble. These lines I want to make them like stripes, so it doesn't look like a tennis court or something. I really like this amount of detail. This weapon is too strong, or these guys are too easy. Also the amount of ammo I got. This angle right here, this messes up the mantling thing. Like, whoop. What happened now? So I need to add the collision, take the collision channel off so I can unmantle on that. Or I can cut the mesh right here so I can unmantle on this slope area, but I can mantle from the side. That's probably the best, because I cannot actually mantle on tilted surfaces because it messes the thing up. Yeah, the AI is a little buggy. That color doesn't really match that well. Some areas are too light. I mean, they're too. I need to dim the light on some areas. They're too bright. But yeah, I think I'm gonna go have some food. We need to push that a little bit away from the wall, so it doesn't look like it's intersecting too much. Yeah, I think that's a little better now. Oh. Totally forgot about the fog. Yeah, I need to add a little bit. Some vents spinning around, some natural light coming in, that'll be cool. Yeah, those cables end up abruptly. There. Too many lights. Too many lights. I need to figure out how to light this. Also, I have like physical lights like that I need to start adding, so I cannot have just floating lights everywhere. Perfect place for pipes and cables. That's it's okay. I'm gonna add these lights, and then I'm going to do the fill in the gaps. Maybe this is too specular, too reflective. There you go. That's a little bit better. Yeah. All right. Yeah, thankfully this whole space is not so big. And the more I do, the more I can like just copy this kind of like prefab and then just paste it there. And most of this space, actually, yeah, I need to do some prefabs for the decals, and so I can fill in all the edges. With some interesting decals, and then that's probably what's going to take the longest. And I might need to do some custom decals, because I want some deer to go up the wall. Now we have things like this, but I do want some deer that goes up, just so we don't have that super sharp 90-degree cut right here. That will definitely make it. Yeah, basically all these floor edges. That's a lot. Yeah, these enemies are need to figure out. Also, maybe the gun is just too strong and has like too many bullets. Right. Got some progress. I'm not sure about these pipes going down here. Oh yeah, we got these spotlights, but I need a point light so it kind of like gets some light around this thing. Yeah, let's just do that super quick. Oh, it baked the position of the light. Oops. This one, I think it should not cast shadows. Okay. That's kind of cool. Maybe it's too strong, but can always put it down a little. It's a little too strong. That's better. Yep. Now it feels like the light is coming out from here. I do like this entrance. Alright, well, now it's time to have some dinner. Where is it? 2 hours, 50 minutes, okay. Yeah, it does take a lot of time to make a very detailed level. The light hits this area too hard. I think I might make that cone a little smaller. But it's okay. Let's leave that for now. Okay, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you on the next one.